Wine Wednesday. I'm Priya.
I'm Simran.
And I'm Genesis.
And we are trying out some beautiful wine from the beautiful Layla-Joy. How did Layla-Joy find us, girls?
Layla-Joy found us on Instagram. You know, we be networking, we be connecting.
On Beyonce's internet.
It was really awesome. Layla-Joy found us, I think, through one of our Wine Wednesdays.
We got the opportunity to speak with Layla-Joy, who is the creator of Iylia, which is a lifestyle brand. She already has in the works, she makes shoes, y'all. She makes shoes. She has added wine to her lifestyle brand, hoping eventually to expand. We can't wait to see what she brings. But she sent us a bottle of her rosé, and we are so excited. Look at that gorgeous label.
Absolutely gorgeous. And you know what my favorite thing is? She's a person of color. She's a woman of color. I'm every woman. It's all in me. That I can't walk down, baby. I do it naturally. Whoa, whoa.
Can you meet me here at sea? No, daddy's lonely.
I'm there with you.
No, you're not. You're not even close. This can't possibly sound the same to you. Maybe I can help. Daddy is also here at sea.
We're so excited that Layla-Joy reached out to us and wanted us to feature her wine on our Wine Wednesday. We love badass bitches doing badass things.
Honestly.
And we'll put a little clip of her lookbook, but it's very much giving, you know, high-end lifestyle, luxurious working entrepreneurs. One of the things.
Is it
me?
Oh my God.
Am I bitches?
But one of the things that she had in mind when she was creating her shoe brand was the woman on the go, okay? I'm going on catch a plane in the morning to New York, and then I'm in LA in the afternoon. What shoe will keep up with me?
Two flights in one day.
2 flights in one day. That's a dream, you know?
Honestly.
But more like LA in the morning and New York in the afternoon. I don't want to finish my day in the West Coast.
No one does.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at this gorge bottle. So modern. I love the matte black. Okay, before we get into the wine, I thought a great accompaniment for this rosé would be a matcha cake.
It makes me nervous.
It looks like a giant donut.
We're gonna be cutting the cake, we're gonna be opening the wine. Let me tell you a little bit about Layla-Joy, okay? Okay. Layla-Joy started her shoe brand a few years ago, very successfully, one might add, but she wanted to create a really luxurious brand for women on the go, like Genesis said, that she wanted to be able to translate into all different looks.
Okay, matcha.
She was working in New York and traveling all over. I mean, she was going to China. She was going to Europe, including Italy and Spain and France, y'all. She was doing all sorts of things. And then when COVID hit, she found herself in Spain, like you do. Like you do.
Does.
She found herself in Spain, and she decided that she wanted to be able to make something that people could use during the pandemic, you know? So she decided to go into wine, which was a solid choice, okay? People are buying wine like, what's like fucking
solid candy.
They're buying wine like fake vaccine cards.
There you go. I did not have an analogy set up, but the girls came in with wine.
They're buying wine like Louis on Canal Street. Okay.
I'm fucking dead. That's very relatable content.
Decided to redirect her line of work to wine, and such an amazing choice. She has really decided to go in the direction of really clean wine. She wants to be able to make something that is affordable and approachable, and she's done an amazing job. She lives in Maribela, Spain right now, which we looked it up the other day, and oh my god. To know and to be able to see Black and brown women in Europe experiencing that lifestyle, it's so exciting to us. We would love to move to Europe someday, and we're so excited every time we do get to see a person that is enjoying their time in Europe, having a great time in Spain. I can't even imagine, honestly. I gotta get there.
So when Layla-Joy was on her quest to find a vineyard that suited, you know, her vision and what she stood for, she was really looking for something that was generationally passed down, and in Europe you see a lot of that. She believes that good wine should be an affordable indulgence, and that is honestly reflected in her prices. I think all of her wines right now are around $25, which is a very affordable price. We're about to taste it and get into the nitty-gritty of what's great about it. So this wine is actually created in the Valencian region in Spain, and the Valencia region actually creates some very diverse grapes. They are known for their pretty like heavy, bold reds. Valencia is known for its very long, hot days, so those grapes are getting real ripe in that sun, okay? Located right by the Mediterranean Sea, and if you have watched our Wine Wednesdays, you know how much we love the Mediterranean Sea, okay? All right?
We chat about it a lot.
We chat about it a lot, all right? Valencian wines tend to have really intense body and to be high in alcohol content. We haven't tasted yet, so we don't really know what's going on with this wine, but it is only 12% alcohol content, which is pretty average for rosés, I would say.
This might even be closer to the higher end, you know, 12 to 15 is like, each zone. And just from looking at, you know, as Simran and Priya were explaining a little bit about the brand and the vision, it started to bubble, so there might be a little bit of effervescence in this rosé.
I love that.
Which I love that.
I love. Yeah. And that just means that they left a little bit of the CO2 in there, not quite as much obviously as champagne, but to be able to have this effervescence, it really does play up on the palate. It really allows you to taste a lot more things than if it was just kind of like a flat, dry rosé.
And it has an amazing bouquet. It smells so good.
Oh my gosh.
It's incredible.
Super fragrant.
Very floral. I'm getting peaches,
strawberry, very strawberry, fresh.
Very light berries. Yeah, very light but fruity and very powerful. Like it has a very full bouquet. Bouquet.
Quite a nice bouquet.
Oh my god. How much time has this been open? Yeah. This has opened up so quickly.
Yeah. Sorry.
Wow.
Oh, that is so nice. It is so smooth.
It's just so smooth. It's delicate. It's like she's giving me a soft little kiss on the cheek.
From a consumer standpoint, I would put rosés in two main categories, right? Like you have your Met Stadium rosés, right? They come in a fucking can. You just pound it back. You take the fucking Bronx train, you take the 4 or the D train all the way back to the Bronx.
Is she painting a picture?
Am I painting a picture? You had 4 vegetarian hot dogs.
Yeah,
MetLife Stadium catered to the vegetarians.
Were they good?
They were. I had 4 of them. Like the more commercial rosés, your everyday drinkers, but they still are not as like light-bodied and delicious as this rosé is. And then you have what I like to call your more serious rosés. You understand me? They're the rich aunts of the rosés. They've had a little time to think about their decisions, how they want to spend their money. You know what I'm saying? The men they want to ignore. And those kind of more serious rosés are very full body, very tannic sometimes, very acidic.
Very dry.
Very dry, and it's hard for me to find like a high-end rosé that balances, you know, the tannic, the acidity, that nice playfulness with the fruitiness and floralness. So this is a really nice surprise.
I'm not shocked because she's a gorgeous woman, a gorgeous soul, and her wine really reflects the person that she is. But holy shit, it's good.
And there's no bitterness after the fact, and I get that a lot with rosés.
Yes.
And there's none of that. It's just like, look, I've almost finished my whole glass.
Sushi tonight, it's going to go great with sushi.
Yeah.
Just based off what we're tasting now. I think that we've gotten pretty good at being able to taste something and knowing when it's going to be good with something.
Yeah.
So this is really exciting. This could go well with Italian. It could go well with really heavy meats as well, and seafood.
And you know, it balances out the sweetness very nicely, because like if you've ever had a venti flat white with Splenda and 3 scoops of vanilla bean powder, and then you also get a lemon loaf or a pumpkin loaf.
This is another biotic.
So like when you take a sip of your coffee and then you take a bite of that loaf, the coffee is so bitter that it makes the loaf so much sweeter. Priya has spoken at length about the science behind that, drinking something that's either sweeter or saltier, and how they might not complement each other, just like I do with my lemon loaf and venti flat ice with 3 scoops of vanilla bean powder and Splenda. But it's really nice. I don't think it took away at all from the sweetness. I actually think it balanced it out really nicely. So that's also really exciting.
Yeah. And you know, what grows together goes together. This vineyard is in Spain. It is on the ocean, so it would be really good with some seafood.
I would definitely
paella. Some octopus would go amazing with it. I mean, we're having, you know, Miami seafood tonight, so it only goes.
When you describe it like that.
I see this with like pasta with a creamy white sauce. I don't think I would do a red sauce with this. White sauce, defo. Yes. Or even like a seafood pasta, like you said, seafood would go amazing with this.
A nice, creamy risotto might go really well with this as well. Yes. You know, that's playing on that white sauce and white wine.
This is her first batch of wine. She released the first batch in May.
Yep.
So this is her first batch of wine. She has done an amazing job. It takes people years and years and years to get their vineyard up and started, and the fact that she got this all going during COVID.
We had the amazing opportunity to actually chat with Layla herself, Miss Mamas herself, via Zoom, and we got some really great nuggets of advice and knowledge from someone who has been in multiple industries and, you know, had cross-functionality. So like Priya said, she really focuses on sustainability, and like Simran said, she wanted to go straight to kind of the source. A lot of wineries or winemakers source their grapes from other vineyards, which there's nothing wrong with that. You can either lease or own vineyards or source grapes from others, but
Can I lease your grapes?
Can I lease your grapes? But you definitely have a little bit more control and a more intimacy when you kind of work directly with the winemaker and the wine growers as opposed to sourcing it. So she's partnered with a vineyard in Spain, and they do not source their grapes, they grow it right on the property. So a little bit about the brand. The name is actually a play on Layla, which is something that I love. Iylia is an Arabic name, and it means superb, sublime, a person of high status or standing. So I love that. That's me. And we asked her some really great questions, like what kind of advice would she share to women or women of color? And one of the things that she said that I really loved, that stuck with me, was you have to be part of every bit of your business. Don't just hand things off to people because you think it'll be the easiest or the quickest way. She was telling us about how she might not have partnered with the right vendors and then shifted gears when she knew there was a better opportunity to serve her customers. So I think, you know, that was something that resonated, because we're starting our business right now and we have to learn and teach ourselves a lot of things, and shift gears when we feel like we're not going in the right direction. So I definitely feel her on that. And also a lot of her expertise came from the fashion industry, having to reach out to different vendors and kind of teach herself, or a quote from her vision from her brand. So Iylia strives to create sustainable social change. We support equity and security in the lives of children and families in underserved communities and in vulnerable refugee populations. We champion parity for people of color negatively affected by systemic racism within the justice system. Okay?
Okay,
okay.
We've said this in our Get Ready With Me and different videos as well. Our goal is to highlight ourselves and women of color and underrepresented groups in the food and wine industry. This is a very gate-kept industry. I think at times it can be a little stush for my Caribbean people, a little snobby. So it's really nice that she's bringing approachability while maintaining that luxe lifestyle.
Yes. And I love how you said that it was intimate, because every part of this experience has felt intimate. The cake definitely helped, but from everything from the packaging, the black label, to pouring it in these glasses, these are also black owned, okay? Estelle.
So Layla loved you so much, and us, a little bit of us, you know, pat myself on the shoulder, what have you, that she wants to share a little love with you. So you can actually get this online. She does ship to the US of A. You can use our discount code. We'll put it below. Like, comment, share. You can use our discount code to purchase her beautiful wine. So get you have no excuse, okay? No me venga con habladorías porque te di el cuento, okay? Salme los cheles. Okay.
And when you purchase from Layla-Joy, $1 from every purchase goes to the Good and Foundation. It goes towards helping prevent generational poverty. So it's good to know that you're giving back while you're drinking some good ass wine. And she is coming out with a cava soon, which we're so excited about.
We thank Layla-Joy so much for reaching out to us for what is our first, count it, first PR box. We can't thank her enough for finding us.
Please check out the link to her amazing brands. We'll also include her shoe brand, because fuck it. You need to be stomping on bitches while you have your rosé. But are there any other cool brands that you guys want to put us on? Do you know how to use the comment box? I know I keep shading you, but damn, bitch. Write a comment or something.
And they better be people of color owned. Don't come at us.
Literally. Okay, we already got the Cameron D and Destiny.
Charlie's Angels, come on.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We know that we took you through a Get Ready With Us. We were getting ready for 3 weeks, but we thank you so much.
Did we drag it on enough?
Did we drag it?
Did you get enough?
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. You know we do it for the girls, gays, and theys. Let us know what wine you're drinking, or if you
just drinking, baby. Cheers.